The Victory League is here.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's always a big game when the North play the South. South obviously want to win, but from our point of view, within the club, you know, we just need the 3 points. We need to get back on track. Last weekend was a bit of a disappointment. It was spoken about in the media, it was spoken about in our team camp this week, but we just need to get back on track, and for us, the 3 points is nothing major. You know, it was probably good. It brought us back down to earth, and we do realise that the Victory League is a very, very tough competition. We need to get back on track now and get the 3 points. Nothing major in terms of changes or anything like that, but we just need to get back down, play football, defend well, and do the basics right, and we'll be right. I thought the Rangers are a quality team, and we'll respect them. But in saying that, we've got quality all throughout the park, and if we play our own game, and yeah, we should get the result. Definitely disappointment. You know, in the previous years, they have been a big rival of South Hobart. And to lose, and really it was convincing. We didn't play that well, so it was very disappointing. And the boys took that on board this week of training and really focused hard, and we had a very good week on the track. And hopefully we can take that form into this week's games, and yeah, we should be right. But definitely not. You know, we're still sitting 5 points clear on top, and if we continue to play our own game and just keep going about our own results, we should be right coming into the season.
Yeah, I think it's a little blip if we get back on track tomorrow. If we don't get back on track tomorrow, then it's major. We have to do something about it. But I think, as Liam said, the spirit within the group's been terrific. There's been a bit of bonding been done this week. We've worked really hard, and we have to transfer training into games, and we didn't do that last weekend. So we have to lift ourselves this week and play our best to beat a good Saturday. It's been a while. It hasn't happened often lately, but it does happen. You know, Rangers give us a really tough game up there earlier in the year, and we just got up 2-1, and they fight hard for each other. They've got some quality players in the team, so we've got to, you know, win those individual battles and play well ourselves on the day. I think they have a few little weaknesses here and there, you know, which we'll try and exploit. We've focused this week on ourselves, and I think that's important. You have to look after yourselves, how you play, take care of the little details and get on with the game, exploit their weaknesses and tighten your own weaknesses up. And that's what we'll focus on. We have 1 or 2 niggly injuries, like Lewis will be out for maybe 3 weeks still with a hamstring injury, but Mazail's close to full fitness. I'm not saying he's 100%, but he's probably around 95%. And those players coming back into the side with speed will keep other teams honest, so they'll put pressure on them. So having players coming back like that is important. We've lost keeper Monker. Our backup keeper's out now with a knee injury and a back injury, so he could be a long-term injury. But other than that, you know, the players are pretty strong, and we're in a good frame of mind. Well, I'm hoping we can get more of the ball in midfield. We were a bit sluggish in midfield last weekend. Our passing was slow when we got on the ball, but our closing down was poor around the ground, and that's a feature of our play in the past, and we've started to work again on that, really trying to win the ball higher up the field, put pressure on the oppositions earlier, and as I've just said, moving that ball quicker. The ball speed's been a bit slow this season.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I think it's clear that Zebras are the form team in the competition after a bit of a rocky start to the year. Our results of late hasn't been up to the standard we sort of set ourselves early in the season. We've just struggled to find the net. Last week against Devonport was obviously very disappointing for our group, 5-0 loss, and we know that's not acceptable, but at the same time I think that served as a bit of a wake-up call for us. We've had a great week on the track, and all the boys are keen to get out tomorrow night and give it a good go. Yanko's still going to be on the sidelines for this game. We're not too sure when he's going to be back, but hopefully it'll be soon. We're missing his leadership a little bit. We've got 3 or 4 players on the park that talk a lot, give good communication, so missing one of them is not a great thing for us. But yeah, we need all our players this week to step up and talk a lot more out on the ground and that sort of thing. I haven't really thought about it too much, to be honest. I think I only realised a couple of days ago that it was, but no, it's just another game. I'm just more focusing on putting in my best performance and helping our club get the result and get our season back on track. That was sort of a really good result for our club, obviously, and that marked the start of what a lot of people thought would be our sort of chase for the title. A lot's changed since then. Zebras' form's picked up a lot and ours has dropped off. But that just shows how quickly form can turn around, and we're hoping that this week will be the start of that for us and we can get things back on track.
Well, it's interesting, since we last played Zebras, the fortunes have reversed pretty much. We've obviously dropped off a bit, and Zebras have really turned their season around. So it's going to be a great game, and it's a must-win for us. We're missing leaders on the pitch at the moment, particularly club captain Janko Begovic, but also Nick Meredith and Chris Kumpulainen are also senior players, and the average age of our side against Devonport was 20. So we're asking those young guys to step up and all be leaders this weekend. That's correct, but again, they're changing form, and with that comes confidence, and they're just playing good football at the moment. So it's going to be a huge challenge, but Olympia Zebras games are always special, so we can't wait. Well, it's been a tough week for them on the track this week. We've pushed them physically, but we're also working on converting chances and finishing. That was really showed up last weekend against Devonport. So that's the area we're looking at. I know our regular keeper one, Carly, is overseas, but he'll be back for the final next week. And that is about it.